The smell of lit cigarette filled the interior of Sarah's 91 Trans Am. Open the window, I think I'm gonna hurl. Blake pushed from the middle of the back seat and extended his head outside of the passenger side window. A stream of vomit fell from his mouth, and covered the door. Blake, are you serious? Sarah cried out. Blake leaned back and wiping his mouth. Aw shit, must have pre-gamed a little too hard, haha. Then he took another swig of vodka. Let's go. Someone take that off of him, Sarah yelled from the front. I decided it would be in my best interest to calm him. Especially if I wanted any chance of unhinging Sarah's brassiere tonight. Now Blake, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, we haven't even made it to the concert yet. I took off my fedora and gave him a subtle gentlemanlike bow. I've always had a way with people since I was young. Some may say I am the master of human emotion and manipulation. I would even stretch that as far as genius, but trust me, I am humble, as much as I am intelligent. When I was a young child, my teachers would always tell my dearest mother how gifted I was, and how I should join the academic team. I knew I was way too brilliant for this, and my efforts would be wasted being enslaved to answer the barbaric questions of the third grade academic team. Shut the fuck up, Kevin. You know the only reason we brought you was because you scored us free tickets. You probably don't even listen to Rajan Kumars. Kevin, that's not true. Sarah said. Has just drunk. Oh, presumably so, my dearest, I said. Our friend Blake had one too many, that's all. Blake rolled his eyes. Guys, I think I'm going to be sick again, Blake said. Well, this time we should pull over, Sarah urged. This is when Daphne spoke up for the first time. Yeah, if he pukes on me, I'm seriously going to break up with him. Sarah pulled over to the side of the road and Daphne got out to let Blake by her. Blake might be an idiot, but he was right about one thing: I hate punk rock. The insufferable sounds of whiny man babies crying for attention is like nails on a chalkboard to me. I've always been more of a classical guy. Although while it blasted through the speakers I couldn't think of a better soundtrack to create a Blake throws up music video. Then the song changed to an urgent news report. A woman seemed to be advising all citizens to remain inside of their homes. Then she started going on, we've been getting strange reports of a deranged lizard man. Are you fucking serious? Blake said, whipping his mouth. You know that's all just a bunch of bullshit, right? For the first time I actually agreed with Blake. Lizard Man was nothing but a tourist attraction for our boring town of Mississippi. Something to make the locals feel like their boring lives weren't meaningless. Not me though, I don't believe in Lizard Man, you know why? Because I am destined for greatness. Yeah, but the locals seem to be up in a frenzy, said Sarah. You poor clueless girl, I thought. I took off my fedora and gave her a subtle gentlemanlike bow. Madam, you have nothing to worry about, for I am here to protect you. I took her by the hand, and kissed the top of it. Ooh, Kevin, just stop for a minute, alright? I'm trying to listen to this. I put my fedora back on. Clearly this malevolent wretch of a woman has the eyesight of a bat, and the brain of a fly to not realize that I am her true knight in shining armor. Alright Blake, could you hurry it up, we're gonna be late. Yeah, I'm coming, he said as him and Daphne got back in the car. We drove a few feet down the road before we figured out something was wrong. Oh no, I think we got a flat tire, Sarah cried. We pulled over again, and got out to investigate. She was right. Looks like we ran over a broken beer bottle on the side of the road, and it was stuck inside of the tire. Well, does anyone know how to change a tire? We all looked at each other, but no one spoke up. You really don't know how to change a tire, Blake? I'm so breaking up with you after this concert. Just when we thought our night was headed for the worse, a 18-wheeler pulled up. We waved our arms and he stopped for us. Y'all need a ride? He raised one eyebrow. I took off my fedora and gave him a subtle gentlemanlike bow. Why yes, my good sir, it seems we've taken quite haps town on this widow's eve. Alright, but the weird kid rides in the back. It was very dark in the back. The only light was coming through the crease between the giant swinging doors. It reflected off of the chain on my pocket watch. It wasn't about 10 minutes later the truck came to a stop. Shortly later the doors swung open. It was the other three. "We have to go now," they yelled. "What are you talking about?" I questioned. "It's Lizard Man." He was actually the truck driver. "Are you heathens actually still going on about Lizard Man? Let me just have a word with this Lizard Man." "Kevin, no." I walked to the front of the truck. He was already standing outside, his bathrobe fluttered in the wind. I took off my fedora and gave him a subtle gentlemanlike bow. "Ah, salutations my scally reptilian compadre," he hissed at me. "Now there's no need to be rash," I said. He inhaled and blasted my fedora out of my hand with a fireball. This angered me. "'Tis at thee!" I exclaimed as charged him with my quill pen in hand. Lizard Man kicked my ass into next week. I woke up in the hospital with no arms or legs, and all my friends are dead, except Daphne. She went to Blake's funeral today to break up with him.